In the previous video, we walked through the history of CS, from its creation all the way to the anticipation of CS GO release. A game that, even in early development, could have changed the direction of all Counter-Strike. Who knows where we'd be now if not for a few key factors. So sit back, get comfy, and maybe grab some tissues because another wave of nostalgia starts right now.
Gabe, can you ask him only one question, and I believe many of them wants to know. When are you going to release Counter-Strike 2?
I can't say.
On August 21st, 2012, Counter-Strike Global Offensive was released, a game destined to become a phenomenon, surpassing all previous versions combined.
CSGO. Picture says it all. Or now it does at least. What a shit game it was.
CS was first developed by Hidden Path Entertainment as a console port of CS, but Valve took over the project and expanded its scope. The game ran on an updated Source engine. CS GO innovations. Updated graphics with modern shaders and effects. New game modes, competitive, casual, arms race, and demolition. Matchmaking system for competitive games. Rank-based rating system.
The difference with CSGO was that they introduced matchmaking.
Prior to matchmaking, you would join a server and you didn't know the skill level of the players that were on the server.
Updated versions of classic maps plus new maps. New weapons including the Zeus, Taser, and Molotov cocktail. At first, the game was met with hesitation. Pro players complained about the different shooting feel.
I was a sprayer in 1.6. Now it's a lot harder. I mean, it's still doable in very much the same way as it was in 1.6, but learning the pattern now is a lot harder than it was for me spraying in 1.6.
Movement was seen as less precise than in 1.6. Some maps had serious balance issues. Footstep sounds were far less accurate.
I don't think I liked it because you're getting so used to the game you were playing before, and then you have to start on something new, and the game isn't fully evolved and stuff like that. So you know there's coming more updates, but still you're just like, what the hell is this?
The danger was that Valve originally focused more on the console market, simplifying many mechanics for gamepads. That could have killed the game's esports future. Luckily, Valve listened to community feedback and began adapting the game for PC and professional esports. At first, CS turned me off. It felt too simple compared to 1.6. But after the patches, I saw Valve was building a serious platform for esports, Forrest recalled.
CSGO in the beginning, though, was not very beautiful. It lacked a lot of things that people did like about Counter-Strike. Kind of how the movement felt, how responsive it was, how the gunplay worked. But as the years went on and on, it became one of the, not one of the best first-person shooter ever made, hands down.
In August 2013, the Arms Deal update was released. It radically changed not only CS, but the entire gaming industry. It introduced weapon skins, cosmetic items that didn't affect gameplay, but greatly changed the look of weapons. Skins were found in cases opened with keys bought with real money. The idea came from Team Fortress 2, but in CS, it became a true economic phenomenon. Each skin had its rarity, wear level, from factory new to battle scarred, and unique patterns, making some items insanely valuable. The skin system led to a full economy where rare skins cost thousands of dollars, sites for trading, betting, and lotteries using skins. CS's popularity surged, player numbers multiplied. Valve earned a cut from every market transaction involving skins. Admit it? You remember that legendary site where you could bet skins on pro matches? Old school fans, drop a comment. Soon CS introduced Operations, seasonal events with missions, new maps, and rewards. Skins completely transformed the industry, creating a model many games later copied. Virtual items became more than decoration. They held real value.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What? No!
From 2014 to 2017, CS went through explosive growth, evolving from a popular game into a full cultural phenomenon. Key success factors: esports and streaming. Twitch made matches and streams accessible to millions.
Kenny S stuck in the site, finding more. That's brilliant, and Kenny S again up close. Oh my goodness, Kenny S!
Major tournaments, events with million-dollar prize pools and over 1 million viewers, team and player stickers, virtual decals that shared profits with players and teams.
They added stickers. They added not only team stickers, but they also added like individual autographs. Your name, Forrest, could actually be in Counter-Strike. Or an IP logo on a gun? No way.
Constant updates. Valve kept adding new maps, modes, and features. A big milestone came in 2018 when CS switched to a free-to-play model, opening the game to an even larger audience. At its peak, CS had over 1 million concurrent players and became one of the biggest esports titles with millions of hours watched on Twitch. CS stopped being just a game. It became a media platform, a social network, and a sport, all in one analyst said. In 2013, Nexon and Valve released Counter-Strike Online 2, an upgraded version of the franchise's Asian branch. It used a modified source engine and targeted Korean, Chinese, and Japanese players. CS02 featured better graphics compared to the first CS Online, new modes like Soccer Mode and Zombie Mode 2.0, character customization, a lot of fantasy-style weapons. Like its predecessor, it never launched in the West and remained a mostly Asian phenomenon. It lasted until 2018 in Korea and until 2020 in China. In 2014, Nexon launched Counter-Strike Nexon Zombies, a spin-off focused on zombie combat. It was built on the Half-Life engine and visually resembled CS 1.6 with updated textures. The game was a disaster in the West. Steam reviews were brutal. Players slammed the outdated graphics, unbalanced gameplay, and aggressive monetization. Those servers stayed up until 2019. The game was basically dead just a few years in. Between 2016 and 2023, CS ruled the esports scene. Major tournaments happened every year, growing in size, prize pools, and production. The game kept evolving through updates. New sound system, remastered versions of classic maps, Danger Zone mode, Battle Royale, operations with new missions and features. During this period, CS had no real rivals in the tactical shooter genre, although Valorant by Riot Games, 2020, began slowly pulling players away. In March 2023, rumors of a major CS update started to spread. Hints about CS2 were found in Steam's update code. Valve stayed silent, but the community exploded with theories and hype. Players and experts expected. Switched to Source 2 with better graphics and physics. Upgraded 128 tick rate servers. Improved anti-cheat system. Fully redesigned maps with new mechanics. New game modes and gameplay changes. Discussions raged online. Would this be just an update or a brand new game? Players were worried about their skin collections, some worth thousands of dollars. On March 22, 2023, Valve officially announced Counter-Strike 2, calling it the biggest technical leap in franchise history. It was planned as a free update to CS, not a standalone title. That same day, closed beta testing began, limited to players selected based on recent CS activity, account trust, and PC specs. Key features of the beta: Source 2 engine with improved visuals and lighting, dynamic smoke grenades replacing static smoke.
But watch these bloom, ready?
So check this out.
Wow, what the fuck?
So these are volumetric smokes now. So like if you throw these in like upper tunnels, they're gonna go up and out. They're gonna fill the space. And with these, if you throw a HE into it, you can clear the smoke temporarily with a nade, and you can shoot bullets into it.
But did you actually try it?
Yeah, I swear to God.
I don't believe.
I can show you, man.
Oh, fuck this.
Sub-tick system, a major leap in hit registration accuracy. Updated UI, modern rendering system with HDR and visual upgrades. Better physics and new character animations. Not all maps were available at once. Valve added them gradually to focus on polish and quality. Initial reactions were mixed. Pro players complained about the feel of movement and shooting. Bugs and performance issues were common. But most praised the visual upgrades and sub-tick system's potential.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for CS2. I think it's going to be really great. I strongly believe that this game will be even better than Cisco.
One major concern was the fate of skins and in-game items. Valve confirmed that all CS inventory would carry over to CS2, keeping rarity and value. The transition included key elements: full inventory transfer, skins, stickers, patches, graffiti. Some items got visual upgrades with better textures and details. Player stats and ranks were preserved. Community-made workshop maps had to be updated for Source 2. Valve paid close attention to performance. CS was known for running even on low-end PCs. CS2 needed better hardware, but devs were working hard on optimization to keep it accessible. The switch sparked debate. Some players said they lost old habits and tricks that no longer worked in CS2. Others welcomed the changes as a needed evolution.
In CS2, the movement is identical to CSGO. Anyone else telling it something different is wrong. The B-hopping is the only difference, but that's probably gonna change. Strafing, jumping, it's the same.
During CS2's beta, the pro scene faced a tricky situation. Tournaments were still in CS, but teams were already practicing in CS2 to prepare for the transition. Pro teams reacted differently. Teams like Na'Vi and Team Liquid started intense CS2 training early, chasing an edge. Others, like Astralis, stuck to CS until the official switch. Tournament organizers had to decide when and how to move to the new game. ESL, Blast, and others announced their plans aligned with CS2's full release. On September 27, 2023, Counter-Strike 2 was officially released, replacing CS:GO.
And in 2023, Valve announced the new future of Counter-Strike, CS2.
This was the peak of months of development and testing. The full release included all classic maps reworked in Source 2, improved matchmaking system, new achievement system, expanded workshop support for community maps, third-party server and mod support. But launch wasn't smooth. The first weeks were plagued by server stability issues, frequent game crashes, broken physics and object collisions, unoptimized code that tanked performance on many setups.
Do I like the game, bro? It's not ready yet. It's fucking trash right now. Sounds are bad, movement are bad, everyone is fucking stuck in each other, you know?
Oh my god! They did not fix it. I have literally wall hacks.
Sub-tick system worked far worse than described, and didn't compare well to 128-tick servers at all. CS2 kept the core Counter-Strike experience, but made big changes that reshaped gameplay. The biggest problem with CS2 is CS itself. The community is so used to the old game that any change feels bad at first. But over time, people adapt and see the improvements, said popular YouTuber WarOwl. By the end of 2023, the first major tournaments in CS2 took place, showing how the new version impacted the pro scene. Top teams from CS struggled to adapt, while lesser-known teams rose up the rankings. This created a fresh, unpredictable competitive landscape. Valve also updated the Steam market for CS2 skins, improving the interface and adding features for collectors. One major focus was cracking down on illegal skin gambling, betting, and trading sites. Scandals from past years had hurt the scene. Valve tightened trade rules and added new security measures. Over 25 years, Counter-Strike has become more than just a game. It's a cultural phenomenon that's shaped entire generations. Game phrases entered everyday slang. Words like rush, eco, plant, and defuse are understood by gamers worldwide, regardless of language. Counter-Strike's journey as from a Half-Life mod to one of the most influential titles in gaming is a story of community power and how a simple idea can become a global phenomenon. Counter-Strike is more than a game. It's a movement that united millions, created new careers, built an entire industry, and continues to inspire new generations. When we made the first CS beta in 1999, we never imagined that 25 years later, people would still be playing it, that it would become a pro sport, a career, a cultural event, said Min Lee in a recent interview. It's more than we ever dreamed of. And as new players keep pressing play for the first time, this story is far from over. Don't forget to support this video with a like and a subscription. And if you don't want to miss future episodes, click the bell. Good game.